did you discover you could beatbox?
Oh, that's a great question. You know, I always made vocal sounds just growing up.
Yeah.
And it's so funny. My parents are in the audience.
Are
Dad,
they?
my mom. Hey.
Hey! That's a treat.
It is a treat. But let me tell you, the truth is, I annoyed the living daylights out of them.
You did?
Oh my gosh, I'd be making sounds all the time. They're like, will you please stop? We're trying to focus, son. Will you just please stop? But honestly, I didn't know it was called beatboxing until my junior year of high school.
Really?
Yeah, I didn't know that. You see, like, what happened was, I was in this dorm where we had these community facilities, right? And so we had these showers that were shared by the whole hall, just kind of like something you'd see at a gym.
Yeah.
And there was a day I was about to go to the shower, have my towel on, and I heard the acoustics, and I realized it sounds amazing in here. Wow. So all of a sudden, I'm just like,
Do this? You just started doing that instantly?
I just started doing that instantly because it sounded so good. But then all of a sudden, I heard somebody go, hey! And I'm like, no. Like, no, what's going on? And it's like, yo, what are you doing right now? I'm like, I don't know, I'm just making sounds. He said, that's beatboxing. We need you for our a cappella group. And I'm like, I've never heard of what, who? What?
So you like had no connection to music with it at all?
Not with a cappella. I had no idea what that was. And they were like, look, we need your beatboxing for a recording that we're doing for our a cappella group. Would you join us? And I was like, well, first, let me take my shower first. and let's talk about it. So then I did the recording and it sounded amazing. I never heard my beatboxing sound in that way. So I actually sent it to my parents and it was amazing. And I gotta tell you the story. Like my dad's from Nigeria and my mom's from Grenada.
Oh.
Right? So they were always supportive of my music, but they always wanted me to do something. Oh, look at my parents. They look
are
good.
Gorgeous.
They look good.
Yes, they do. Oh my God.
You know?
Is that you, the baby in it?
That's me, the little baby me.
Look at that.
Little baby me.
Baby boxing.
baby
beatboxing.
Baby KO beatboxing. Wow. But you know, so for them, they were always supportive of my music, but you know, they wanted me to do what I call the immigrant holy trinity. Be a doctor, a lawyer, an engineer, right? But I remember I knew I loved it whenever I went to my dad and said, hey, you know that thing that you were kind of annoyed about, that thing that you called noise? Here, some people are calling that talent. And I realized, you know what? I gotta do this.
Wow, and you're doing it.
It's crazy. Thank you.
Talk to us about your new album, Dawn of the Misfit.
Oh man, you know, I made Dawn of a Misfit because a misfit to me is somebody who doesn't fit into any box.
Yes.
I mean, look, Jennifer, I'm a part African, part Grenadian, cello playing, Chinese speaking Kentucky boy.
Whoa.
Like
that's your whole lane.
That's my whole life. And I was bullied for all these things that made me me.
Yes.
But you know, I realized it's these scars that made me who I am.
I love that.
Right?
Yeah.
And being a misfit doesn't mean that you're broken, it means that you're an original.
Come on.
And so that's why, I really
that's
believe
inspiring. Thank you for saying that.
I believe in that. And I think everybody has that. So that's why, for me, this is my letter to the misfits all out in the world that, look, the thing that you've been counted out for is the exact thing that you're gonna need to change your world. And that maybe one day, you're gonna be sitting right here next to Jennifer Hudson.
That's right.
One day.
Tell him, Kevin.
So, that's just my story.
You better speak.
That's my story.
And along with that, you have such a unique talent. Okay, tell us, what's cello boxing? What is this?
Cello boxing,
How did you come up with it?
So cello boxing is when you play cello and beatbox at the same time. And, and funny enough, I figured this out, get this, in Beijing, China, of all places.
Really?
Beijing, China.
What happened there that made you put it together?
So it was my sophomore year of college, and I was in a Chinese program studying Chinese. And my Chinese teacher asked me, 你有没有想过把拉大提琴和表演口技融合在一起? Right?
Yes, sir.
Which in Chinese, that means, have you ever thought about taking cello and beatboxing and putting the two together? And I thought that was the craziest idea. That didn't make any sense to me, but really I thought it was crazy because I was thinking about the judgment I was gonna get from the classical community. Like, how are you gonna take hundreds of years of this classical pedagogy and tarnish it with beatboxing? But you know, I finally realized in that moment, why am I limiting myself based off of other people's expectations and and ideals of what I should be. And that's the moment I said, you know what, I'm gonna figure out this cello boxing.
Yes. Okay, we want to hear this. Can you show us how it's done?
I would love to.
Oh my God. Okay, I gotta see this.
I'll show you.
Oh my goodness. This is like a new genre, a new art.
Oh yes.
Wow.
All right. So Jennifer, let me show you the 4 levels of cello boxing. Is that okay?
Yes.
All right.
We want to
So
learn.
level 1 is when you just do a simple kick with a simple scale.
Yes.
Now, level 2, you do a full beat with that scale.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
Right?
Yes.
Now, level 3 is when you finally do a full beat with some chords. That's a whole groove.
That is amazing.
And then level 4, once you've mastered all of those fundamentals, then you can finally just make beautiful music.
Wow.
Just like that. Thank you so much. Thank you.